The Bible describes life as a journey and following a particular path. Now, it lays out for us the fact that we've come to a fork in the road. There's two paths you could take. Here's the two paths. Verse 14 of Proverbs 4, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. How do you know which one of these paths is the one of the way of wickedness? Well, it's not so much about the path itself as the men who travel along it. And it says that these are evil men that travel on that wicked path. Contrast that. Verse 18 says, but the path of the just. Now we have to stop and we have to ask ourselves the question, what does the Bible mean by the just? Well, Habakkuk tells us, the just shall live by faith. So the path of the just is the path that men and women who trust Jesus are taking. The ones who live by faith in the one true and living God. That's the path that they take. And so what we see here is it's not so much about the dirt or the angle of the path or how steep it is, whether it's graveled or paved or dirt or whether it's a wagon track or a broad highway. That's not so much what Proverbs is focusing on. What Proverbs is focusing on is the people that are traveling on it. And so as we look at these men and women that travel on it, to ask ourselves the question, what are they like? What's the character of their life? What's their demeanor? What's their profession? What are these people? Who are they following? Who are they worshiping? And so he says, the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. If you follow the path of the just, you're going to walk in the light. Contrast that with the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. This will be the way, all the way down this path. The wicked and evil men will follow a path that's dark. They don't have light, and they stumble and bumble their way through life. The path of the just is to walk in the light. Now, when we come to the New Testament, we learn in John 1, verse 9, it tells us, speaking of Jesus, and it says, that was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. This is really important. Everybody gets a shot at the lighted path. Every man that comes into the world gets light from Jesus. Enough light to make a choice, to make a decision. And Jesus tells us in John chapter 8 and verse 12, it says, then spake Jesus again to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. You see, the just man shall live by his faith. And what he's going to do is he's not going to focus so much on the path as on the shepherd. And he's going to follow the one who is the light. Jesus is the light. If you will move toward the light, you will not stumble in darkness. I remember one time I saw a show of some divers, and they had gone into an underwater cave, and it's just pitch black, and they get to a place and they get disoriented and they're trying to figure out how to get out. And so they killed their flashlights, and they scanned around and they could see a little dot of light. There's the light. The light means that is a hole. There's sun shining there. And so they begin to work their way toward that little dot of light, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger until they finally found the entrance and they were able to get out of that cave. Well, Jesus is the light. Follow Jesus and you won't stumble in darkness. Follow Jesus and you'll have the light of life. God bless you. Have a great day.